Well, here we are again, sitting in our virtual radio entrepreneur studios, counting out the numbers of thousands upon thousands of interviewees talking to us about how they create success and have been successful and navigate through this economy. Before we introduce our next guest, sorry about that, let me introduce my co-host for this segment. It's Evan Macedo, VP Finance and Operations, Sapers and Wallack. Welcome back, Evan.
Thank you, Jeffrey. It is always a pleasure to be here on this wonderful show. You and I have been doing this for quite some time now, and it amazes me at all the talent of guests that we have here. So, we have another exciting show in store for everybody today.
Well, you and I have a face-to-face later this week, so I'm wondering, I'm going to bring my laptop because I'm used to seeing you on Zoom, and we can sit in the room together and just look at each other on the screen.
I wouldn't have it any other way, Jeffrey.
All right. You baited me. I'm going to do it. Our next guest, which I know who I know you know well, is Rick Clemon, partner at Clemon Consulting. Welcome, Rick.
Thank you for having me.
So, Rick, why don't you tell us about Clemon Consulting? Good start.
Yeah, Clemon Consulting is a financial accounting and advisory services firm for corporate America. We help companies navigating transformational growth from pre-revenue through lower middle market. We've also worked with multi-billion dollar global public companies over the years.
And is it all in the financial services area?
It is. It's focused in and around corporate accounting and corporate finance initiatives, M&A transactions, technical accounting advisory, audit readiness, interim and fractional corporate accounting and finance leadership roles.
And Rick, I know you have some pretty exciting clients that you've worked on throughout the past couple of years. You have a lot of different people from different areas of life coming to you, different stages of companies coming to you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the top problems that are coming your way and you're helping to solve?
Sure thing. So things that we get called in on, you're going through your first audits because you either just brought in private equity or you're getting acquired and the other side's requiring a financial statement audit. You've never been through this before. You kept your books in cash because that's the way that most smaller businesses are run, cash basis of accounting, that is, and you need to convert to US GAAP and you need to get through a US GAAP audit either under the AICPA, which is the private company standard, or the PCAOB, which is the public company standard, but someone's doing a financial statement audit. We come in and we help projects like that. We help organize the data so that the auditors can get through the audits efficiently and effectively because we're former auditors ourselves. I'm former Ernst & Young manager. Our team is comprised of a lot of the former Big Four talent with some corporate experience. Other things we get called in on are financial due diligence on buy side or sell side support services in and around M&A.
Interesting. You went into your own background a little bit. Can you sort of describe that to me? And were you with other partners starting the firm, or did someone else start the firm? Two questions.
Sure thing. By way of background, I worked for one of the other boutique technical accounting consulting practices when I first left public myself. I loved what I did there, but going through the stages of my career, wife, kids, a client offered me a job when the kids were younger, and my wife said, "You're taking it." So I went into industry and I learned what it meant to be a corporate citizen. As such, I've been the technical accountant, I've been the buyer of the services, I've been the auditor, I've been audited, I've bought companies, I've sold companies as part of my career growth. I've been the seated CFO for venture capital and private equity sponsored companies. I've been in charge of corporate finance for multi hundreds of millions of dollar publicly traded international companies. I love advising clients on complex issues. I founded Clemon Consulting originally back in 2018. I actually became a partner of a national organization in 2019 and I let my company go dormant. I relaunched it 2 years ago. We do have other people working with us that are former Big Four, but I'm the one who started the organization. Yeah.
Well, you clearly have a very impressive background, that is definitely for sure. As we look forward to this coming year, I know that there's tariff situations people are dealing with. There's trying to navigate the whole M&A landscape, and we have a new administration in office for the next several years. In terms of, I guess, what I want to ask you, how are you helping your clients to navigate sort of the more muddy waters that
You
they might
know,
be looking at this
if I
coming
had a
year?
crystal ball, it would be amazing, right? The the ever-changing rising interest rates, lowering of interest rates, pausing on the interest rates, the roller coaster ride that is the public markets of late. The only thing I can say to my clients is be prepared. So if you're looking at M&A, be ready for it. Don't wait until you're in the middle of it to get ready for it, buy side or sell side. Make sure you've got the right partners around you. As far as the tariffs go, plan for the worst and hope for the best, which essentially means raise your pricing today because no one's going to challenge the fact that we have this uncertainty and you've got to cover your backside while before it becomes impactive to you and your organization. You can't react to it later. Look at all of the products coming in that are getting put on hold at the ports because there's uncertainty about getting through the customs office without tariffs or anything received after April 2nd. If you're caught on the wrong side of that and you haven't affected your pricing, it's coming out of your pocket.
Well, obviously, I believe in being prepared. I know sometimes I take an umbrella to work, and those days either happen or don't happen, but that's what you're saying. And I think that goes with that, and that is cash is king. Prepare for a certain runway of protecting your business. Don't be caught in a position that you're cash poor right now.
Don't be caught in a position where you have exposure. If
Right.
there's potential exposure to you for these tariffs, these levies, duties, whatever, raise your pricing that you can cover it. The best thing you're going to be able to do is offer your client a credit toward a future purchase if the tariffs don't come through or you don't end up owing the money. The worst thing you can do is end up eroding your margins to negative margins because you didn't prepare for some import duty.
Correct. But there are some industries that are a little bit better than others to withstand this type of economy as well.
Always, clearly if you're domestic and solely focused on things domestic, you're protected from it. The services aren't being exposed to these tariffs as yet. I'm not quite sure, truth be told, why they haven't looked at that because I know so many of the jobs that have been offshored. That's an importation, right? That we're bringing services into the country. But today that's outside the scope. And then it changes so fast, it's hard to say that you're safe in this industry today because tomorrow, God knows.
Pivot, pivot, pivot. Keep your eyes open. We've been speaking with Rick Clemon, partner at Clemon Consulting, and Evan Macedo from Sapers and Wallack. Rick, if somebody wants to be in contact with you in your firm, and I can't see why not, you provide a very high quality service. Your background would attest to that. How would they find you?
I highly recommend they go to our website, which is clemonconsulting.com, Clemon consulting.com. And there's a contact us link within that webpage. They can also email me directly, rick@clemonconsulting.com.
Right. Evan, if people are looking for you and they're not in your office like I'll be this week,
Sure. If you're looking for me or any one of our advisors who can help you with your executive benefits, your retirement plan, and your sophisticated financial planning needs, you can find us at sapers-wallack.com. Click on our team page. You'll see me and the rest of our wonderful team.
you got that one down, Pat. Drop the mic. And my name again is Jeffrey Davis. You can find me on our screens at two different websites, but my home is Mage LLC for the last 35 years, and we're a management consulting firm. Rick, thanks for being on the show. Evan, same as usual. Remind everybody this is Radio Entrepreneurs.